Now that the warmth of New Leaf had arrived, the setting sun no longer signaled the beginning of a long, cold, dark night in the forest. Instead, new sets of forest creatures began to emerge as the last bright rays disappeared behind the distant mountains. Mice poked curious whiskers out of their burrows, while crickets and other night insects started up their energetic singing. Here and there, a curious lizard scuttled across the bark of the forest trees, and in the distance the occasional, concerning hoot of an owl could be heard. New Leaf in the forest was still bursting with new life, nurtured from the warmth of the day and the ever-growing abundance of greenery that was sprouting up under Paw. Oakpaw was still enchanted by all of it. While helping Briarstalk to maintain watch over the Moss Clan camp at night during Leaf Bear had been freezing work that numbed the paws and the mind, being out at night in New Leaf was exciting. Crickets, night mice, and the chirp of odd flying mice Squirrelleaf had called bats, there were still so many new scents and so much to listen to. Oakpaw paused and flicked an ear at a sudden thought that came to him. He glanced over at the shadows, where his brother Lizardpaw was muttering softly in his sleep, curled up with his ears flattened under his paws in his moss bed. He didn't quite understand what Lizardpaw's abilities were, or why Mossleaf and Dogaze hovered over him with concerned looks on their face so often, but his brother had been nearly silent since the arrival of New Leaf, curling up to stare into space with wide eyes as though listening to something far, far away all of the time. It was difficult to get Lizardpaw's attention long enough for him to eat or groom himself. The only ones who seemed to get through to him were the kittens with their sheer noise, and Dogaze, who would press herbs and food against Lizardpaw for many heartbeats before he would finally notice she was there. Oakpaw sighed and shook his head, his thoughts troubled. If only there were some way to help Lizardpaw so he wasn't so overwhelmed by his mysterious abilities. Oakpaw would help if he knew how, but despite the dark splashes of green that crossed his face and showed up in the spots on his side, he had never been able to listen to plants or know where the forest spirit was in the forest the way his mother and brother could. Besides, if Dogaze wasn't able to help his brother, how could he? If only there were something, Oakpaw murmured softly under his breath, his eyes widening as a sudden thought came to him. Perhaps... what if those fallen starstones that Bearglow was so eager for them to ignore could help Lizardpaw? Despite what Dogaze had said, Oakpaw couldn't help but feel there was something more to the fallen stones than what Bearglow was telling them. And how could something given as a sign from StarClan not be important? Oakpaw's fur rose slightly with excitement as the idea unfolded in front of him. Perhaps this would work after all. No, Lionstar sighed, repeating himself yet again. I'm sorry, Oakpaw. I know your heart is in the right place. We're all a bit concerned about Lizardpaw, but Dogaze and Mossleaf are doing what they can for him, and Dogaze already made a journey to discuss these matters with Bearglow. But, Oakpaw meowed, kneading the ground under his paws with frustration. He sighed and flicked his ears. Usually he'd never objected to what his father and clan leader, Lionstar, had to say, and took pride in his dedication to following commands. But tonight it felt as though his tail was going to tie itself in knots of frustration. What if Bearglow wasn't right? Or even... Oakpaw stopped himself from talking, suddenly aware of what he had been about to say. Accusing Bearglow of lying would be a dangerous thing to do. Medicine cats didn't lie, after all. It was a serious accusation. No, Lionstar sighed again, his voice kind but firm. While I will admit the mystery of the stones is interesting, it isn't worth risking any cat's lives over. The star stones fell far from our forest, across the Great Bridge, and even the two-leg field of Nest. Anything that far, no matter what it is too dangerous for any cat to go and fetch. Lionstar tilted his head, his expression softening. I know you're worried about your brother, Oakpaw, but for now we will simply have to do our best with what the forest has provided for us. Lionstar waved his tail, pointing towards the prey pile. Here, why don't you have some of the fresh kill and see if Lizardpaw would like to share some with you? You and Briarstalk worked hard on hunting today. I'm proud to see how full the pile has been since you've been developing your hunting skills. Keep it up, and I may show you a few of my special tricks for catching lizards soon. Your mother does love them, especially with her appetite up from taking care of Robin Kit and Red Kit. Oakpaw sighed and forced himself to give a friendly wave of his tail to his father in return for the kindness and praise. It wasn't that he couldn't understand where Lionstar was coming from to keep the cats of the clan safe within their territory. But StarClan had sent a message to the far side of the wide river, not into the forest. And as Lizardpaw got worse, Oakpaw was certain it would take something as dramatic as StarClan's touch itself to help him. But could he really make that journey for the sake of his brother, if his clan leader and father himself had forbidden it? Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Sims 3 Warrior Cats Challenge. And we are back here with the Moss Clan once again, and we're actually checking in on Old Man Silverfang, who has been having a bit of an issue lately. He's kind of been attacking all of the moss beds. Maybe they're not comfy enough. No, Silverfang! Silverfang, are you doing... He's doing the cute thing with his tongue, you guys. Oh my goodness, are you trying to look innocent for Honeywish? Because you were busy like tearing apart the moss beds. That is kind of an elder thing to do though, isn't it? To rip into a moss bed and be like, this isn't soft enough. Where are the apprentices? They should bring me a new one. In fact, that might be something we will add into our random events generator for when we need to have new events to do in our clans. Is we'll start making it so that like maybe the elders will decide they need a brand new moss bed, and so whoever the apprentices are at the time, and maybe the medicine cat and some of the other warriors, if we don't have enough apprentices, might have to help out with gathering up the new items that you need in order to get a moss bed. So that could be a kind of a fun thing in the future. There we go. But Silverfang actually wanted to interact with Honeywish. Oh, and there goes Squirrely going who knows where. I think the prey pile. So, and everybody wants to get rid of their fleas. Look, oh my goodness. So Silverfang, I think because he wants to catch a rodent, he's really desperate to get rid of his fleas. But yes, so welcome back to Moss Clan. We are actually going to spend another day here with everybody in Moss Clan because we are getting ready. And what are you doing? Oh, nope. I guess Squirrelyp is just coming over to kind of nap near Crowfeather by the prey pile. But we are going to spend another day with them. As you guys can tell from our little introduction, there are some very big events kind of going down. Oh, and it almost is like Oakpaw has come over to gather his thoughts under the giant oak. So that is kind of interesting. There you go, Oakpaw. What are you thinking about there, sir? He definitely is quite the handsome cat. That's something that I've really noticed, is that Oakpaw has kind of like the best of both his parents' features. And it's going to be interesting seeing how his life is going to go on with his greenery. He does have some of the forest magic in him, but it's never displayed itself, so maybe it won't. Versus his siblings, Robin Kit and Red Kit, neither of whom have a single scrap. Oh, they're so cute. They're hiding under the bushes, so I can hardly see them. But neither of whom have a single scrap of green on them. So, oh, Robin Kit, look how adorable you are. So yeah, we're going to spend the day with Moss Clan. Don't worry, there's definitely some big things going down. But actually, part of the reason I wanted to spend today with them is because we want to savor the kittens for as long as we can. You never know when you might have an owl or a fox attack the camp, and maybe we have a chance of losing one of our kittens. You never know when you might end up with a random event that something could happen to them, or they could get sick. You never know what may happen. All right, and then Lizardpaw, what are you doing? He also has fleas, and that's the other thing I kind of wanted to work on today, is Dogaze, I think, has had enough of these fleas. She has enough of the fleas. She has enough of all of the cats of her clan running around with the fleas. Silverfang is clearly waiting. Oh, he's off to go nuzzle Oak, it looks like. But Silverfang is clearly waiting for Dogaze to wake up so that he can kind of go, hey, you know, I've got some fleas. So today we are going to do what we can for Dogaze to be able to cure the cats. So she is going to start enlisting some of the cats of Mossleaf and helping, or Moss Clan, and helping her to go and collect rodents that they might be able to use the mouse bile on to get rid of the fleas. But also we might be coming over here and have Mossleaf interact with Willow. So what can happen is if we had something like mint, and we'll look through, like we do have some mint over here, but I don't know if mint would be entirely used to get rid of fleas, because we're trying to come up with a big list of plants that could potentially do it. But I think maybe like citrus could, but cats really hate citrus. But garlic is a plant that you can actually get out in the world. So garlic is something I think could be used to get rid of fleas. And maybe the mint. I'm gonna have to think about that. But yeah, garlic can be used, and we don't have any garlic on our clan territory, I don't believe. Here we go. Willow, you're gonna go to sleep. So we need to find some garlic today. I think that's just kind of what is on our medicine cat's mind. So I think Dogaze is kind of thinking about that. She might want to go around and collect some of the mushrooms and other things that there are. And we can try to find garlic. We can actually exchange a plant, like one of the flowers that we can find in the world. Oh, and we actually have to get rid of all these flowers. I know we have some wildflowers here, you guys, but those were before spring. They're not freshly collected ones, so that means we have to clear out Willow's inventory. We're going to start clearing Willow's inventory 100%, and the same with Slate, 100% when the seasons change, so that the spirits of the land don't just have all of this stuff sitting in their inventory forever, and it presents a bit more of a challenge. But we can actually have her plant these seeds in exchange for wildflowers, and even bloom them in exchange for wildflowers. So if we do manage to find some garlic, we can grow it right away, which would be amazing. So that would be very nifty. None of the other plants are ready to harvest yet, but we can actually have Willow bloom them because she does have that ability. That is the bonus ability that the Moss clan cats get to enjoy because of their spirit of the land. So Dogaze might finally get a day where she might take a couple cats exploring with her, and we might go looking for more seeds so we can see if we find a garlic seed. We might go looking for more maybe more garlic. Maybe there's some down at the odd herb place. So we might be working on that pretty soon. All right, so where is our lizard paw? Lizard paw is over here. He also has fleas. Mossleaf's coming over to eat the lizard. She loves eating lizards. She also has fleas. So basically everybody is just not having a good time because of the fleas right now. All right, and then how are the kits doing? The kits are okay. We're getting a couple hungry kits. There's still a little bit of food left, so I think Red Kit will have enough food to eat. So we'll have to send somebody out to do some morning hunting, and I think the word will go out. We'll kind of have all of the cats maybe do a little bit of sharing. Let me get rid of that nasty vomit. We're gonna get rid of that. But yeah, all of the cats might have a bit of a meeting in the morning, and Lionstar will tell them, hey, we've got to look for some rodents. Let's go catch some mice today. Okay, sweetgrass. There's an unknown plant. So we could actually give Willow flowers in exchange for sprout or blooming these unknown plants, and maybe that's garlic. We just don't know what it looks like yet. And we don't know where a patch of it may be. But once all of this starts growing, we're going to have so many herbs. Oh, what's going on over here? Oh, Honeywish is like checking in on Oakpaw. There you go. You guys having a good time? Do you want to do anything? Let's see. Just goof around. I think you should probably go to sleep though, Oakpaw. I feel like Oakpaw is a little bit concerned. Definitely concerned for his brother. In fact, I'm going to have him go ahead and check on Lizardpaw, because he's been really worried about his brother lately. Lizardpaw, meanwhile, you haven't seen it when we're with him, but he's been having a very hard time as all of the plants are starting to wake up and become noisier and more active with New Leaf. He's having a very hard time focusing on even taking care of himself, on remembering to eat, on remembering to groom himself, because everything is just so immensely overwhelming. All of the noise that he's hearing that none of the cats understand. It's something that only he really is, oh, he's trying to groom himself. Well, we're going to have your brother help you out, actually. I'm going to make these two socialize sniff for a little bit, because I think Oakpaw wants to get closer to Lizardpaw. It's just hard when Lizardpaw is so distracted by plants all of the time. All right, so you two take care of yourselves. Old Man Silverfang is taking a nap. I think he really wants to let Dogaze know it's time to, potentially time to really get to work on finding some of those rodents for the mouse bile. And I think Crowfeather, it's kind of early, so I don't think he'd do it just yet. Who else is awake that he could talk with? Lionstar's asleep. Mossleaf is awake. She tends to be awake at weird hours because she's just so excited. Like, she loves her kits, but then she likes to stretch her legs too. And I think between all of it, that's where things get really complicated for Mossleaf, because she loves her kits, but she's supposed to be the forest of the land spirit. What if she was the forest cat? What if she already could have found a patch of garlic? If she had been working to gather up all of these abundant wildflowers, if she had been more active about gathering up these wildflowers and then having Willow go ahead and plant things, then we might have already had garlic. So Mossleaf's always kind of plagued by doubts of where she should put her time. Should she put her time with family, or should she be putting her duties to the clan first and foremost? But I think we'll go ahead and let her socialize with Crowfeather. They could probably maybe share tongues for a minute. Mossleaf's a very motherly cat, so I could see her like being like, oh, let's talk for a moment, and then like sharing tongues with him. Then we've got happy little Robin Kit running around. And actually, somebody had an idea that I absolutely love, that Robin Kit is probably one of those very inquisitive kittens who is constantly pestering her older brothers. And I thought that was really adorable. Like, annoying in the kitteny way, where kittens can really, like, follow somebody around. What's this? Take a nap? Sleep on sofa. We actually don't have a sofa. I'm sorry, little one. I can have you play with a cat toy, I think. Maybe survey from the condo. He wants to sniff Mossleaf, Lionstar, and Silverfang. And Oakpaw is off to sleep. Where is Silverfang? Silverfang is sleeping. So I guess Lizardpaw can come and talk to him. Maybe I can have him get pounced on by his sister. Oh, he's off to guard a bed. All right, Robin Kit, come and pounce your brother. In fact, can I do that? Yeah, Robin Kit, come pounce your brother. Yeah, I think teensy little Robin Kit, who also has a skinny tail, she'll probably fluff up when she grows up. And some of you guys were asking, why doesn't Lizardpaw even get to be fluffier when he grows up? Why does he have to keep that extremely skinny tail? And that's because this beautiful tail right here, you guys, is what he's named after, more or less. He was named after how skinny his tail is when it comes to like lizards. All right, there you go. Oh my gosh, that's too cute. So yeah, I think that Robin Kit is definitely one of those kits who Red Kit seems to already want to be part of clan life, the way that he is always like sitting in front of the prey pile and doing all of the things like following the warriors around. Red Kit is very much the way Oakpaw used to be when he was a kit, guarding the prey pile, wanting to be a big tough warrior. And I think that's really adorable. But Robin Kit is more interested in like the clan cats on an individual, like personal basis. All right, there you go, little one. Go ahead and go scratch. And is Silverfang up? He is, and he's off to go scratch that bed again. Stop that, Silverfang. I'll go ahead and let Lizardpaw sniff him, and then we'll see what we can do. But yeah, it's almost time for the morning hunt, 5 in the morning. And today is going to be very important because we'll have all of the cats kind of come together, and any of the experienced hunters who can specifically find prey items will go, as long as it's kind of close to clan territory, may go out and try to catch some rodents. And then we also might be sending a group down. There you go, Lizardpaw. Everybody wants to get rid of their fleas. That's all they can really focus on. And then we will also be sending a group down to the odd herb place. So let's have Lionstar go ahead and wake up. And then, does he have anything to eat? I think the kits have eaten everything. There's the plasma bug. I need to have him turn those in, because what's going to happen in the future is if I forget to turn items into the medicine cat and then we run into other cats when we're on other territories, what could happen is we might end up with that cat. If the cat wins the fight, they can take everything the other cat was carrying on them and take it. And they can leave the empty chip bags if they want. All right. There's the map turtle. Here's a garter snake. Actually, this is all from Squirreleap, so she really had quite a bit in her inventory. A water beetle. Apparently, kits don't eat the beetles, so I forgot about that. There we go. Yeah, there's lots of food. There's geckos, more turtles. There's that starfish, broken pigeon. So yeah, there's plenty of food to start them for the morning. So I think the Lionstar might kind of have a bit of a meeting with everyone. No, don't socialize, for crying out loud. Get over here and eat. Get over here and eat before you get in trouble for not eating and I have to roll like, ah, dang it, Lionstar, what did I just say? Oh, he got distracted. He got distracted by having to talk to Silverfang, and now he might be sick again. And he was just sick last time. Lionstar, you get sick all of the time. All right, let me roll the random generator, and I'm going to see what we got. Ha! A healthy cat. A healthy adult cat who just needs to go eat. So he did not roll the chance of getting sick. He did last time, and that made me worried. But thankfully he rolled low severity, so he just had a bad stomach ache. And thankfully we had the things to cure stomach aches, so that made me pretty happy. All right, get over here and eat, you goose bucket. You fluffy fur butt. Oh, and then he wants to just play with his kits. Look at this. This is all he wants to do. It's all related to his children. He is definitely a very good father. All right, Briarstock, I've missed you. I think Briarstock he also loves socializing with kits. Hairbelly is not here, so you're just gonna have to wait on that. Is Silverfang here? Silverfang is here, and he's off to socialize with Red Kit. No Silverfang. You know what? I think that somehow Briarstock would notice that Silverfang is like interrupting everybody. So we'll have him come over and entertain Silverfang for a minute because he's gonna make my kitten sick. Because the elder is just kind of like, hey, what's going on, everybody? Okay, no interactions available. All right, come over and eat this gecko. And hopefully everything will go well. Nobody interrupt my kit. The kit needs to come eat. Come on, Red Kit. You can come and share some prey with your dad. Dogaze is coming over. She's eating the turtle. There we go. So a good morning at the prey pile. Wow, this actually looks really cool. I love quiet clan life, you guys. I love seeing everybody when they're nice and happy because you never know when things are about to get extremely dramatic. Like just then, Lionstar could have suddenly lost a life because maybe he developed some sort of severe illness out of the blue. You just never know. All right, now Lionstar, you're going to turn around, scratch on this. Oh, and he wants to groom another pet. This cat, he just wants to take care of his kits. He and Mossleaf are extremely dedicated parents. And now it's just a question of if being extremely dedicated parents can also be a little bit dangerous for them because they aren't able to focus on some of their other clan duties as a result. Let's go ahead and nuzzle. Little Robin Kit is extremely social. I love seeing that about her. And then I think Dogaze is going to be ready. Oh, she wants to go fishing. All right, well, we'll let her... Oh, she wants to go talk to Crowfeather about it, too. So it's almost like Crowfeather is coming over. We'll let him pounce on her. You're going to take forever to get over there, but you go ahead and pounce on her. And then we'll see if, like, Crowfeather and Dogaze want to go fishing for the morning. Because maybe Dogaze... That makes so much sense, because Dogaze could be like, hey, I learned a little bit about fishing when I was over with Branch Clan. I can tell you about it. All right, and then I'm going to have Lionstar... Where's Honeywish? Because she actually would be a good one to do this. I'll have Honeywish... Mossleaf, what the heck are you doing? Who knows? Come over. And I think Honeywish might actually do like a quick socialization with everybody. Because Honeywish is more the one who sets up deputy patrols. So Mossleaf, I don't know what you're doing, but please stop. And then I'm going to come over here and we'll have Briarstock talk with Honeywish. And then who else would be in the morning patrol? Probably Squirrelape, because Squirrelape's really eager and she wants to do some good hunting. And I think she's a little bit competitive when it comes to Crowfeather. So we'll get Squirrelape over here. And then Honeywish can kind of talk with everybody. And Lionstar, Mossleaf, what are you doing, my dear? Are you just having a good time? Are you just hanging out way down here all of a sudden? Okay. I'm actually gonna send you back up now. In fact, I should probably wake Willow up because all the plants are dying. Whoa, the yellow hibiscus bloomed! We can get yellow hibiscus! And a lot of people have suggested using those to like calm mothers down, to decorate the nursery. There's lots of cool ways we could use yellow hibiscus. And actually, decorating the nursery with the plants is a great idea for the future, for when we have enough wildflowers, we have enough herbs, and we have enough of a benefit for our whole clan, that we will be able to waste wildflowers on harvesting something like a hibiscus just for decorating all around like the camp area. I think that would be really fun. All right, so Mossleaf, maybe you want to come and talk with Willow? So I'm going to wake Willow up, maybe let them chit chat for a minute because it's been a long time since they've actually interacted. Where is Mossleaf again? There you are. All right, your kids are so much greener than she is. That's one of like the high ironies. So I'm going to have them go ahead and interact for a minute because it has been a little while since they've chit-chatted. And then, all right, over here we've got the morning started. So Honeywish is socializing. I'm going to go ahead and let Briarstock kind of say good morning. Do these guys want to talk to each other? Well, we can let these two say good morning really quickly. Briarstock, stay here. And then we'll get Lionstar over here so he's just got kits on his mind 24/7. Not the making of kits, just his actual kits. So I think Oakpaw probably needs to train a couple moments with Briarstock. I don't think Oakpaw in particular would be very interested in going anywhere or doing anything adventurous until he was certain that his clan was going to be taken care of and safe. Alright, hang in there, Honeywish. I need you to come down here. And I'm going to have Lionstar come over and socialize with you about the hunting for just a moment. And what else does Honeywish want in life? She does want to be best friends with Lionstar, so I think she might give him like maybe a good sniff and a good nuzzle because she does want to be best friends with him. Silverfang, meanwhile, has decided that this is still an unacceptable bed and he will destroy it. And then I think Squirrelleap, she can go ahead and, yeah, we'll let her go ahead and scratch that. And then we're going to send Briarstock over here because he and Oakpaw need to train for just a moment. And then we'll send them to do their morning hunting. Alright, so Oakpaw, you go ahead. You're going to pounce your mentor a couple times. Meanwhile, these two are getting a chance to chit-chat. And where has Dogaze gone off to? She is way over here. Way over here, but we'll let her use the litter box. And then, oh, Crowfeather's actually spending some time sniffing Lizardpaw, which is very interesting because Lizardpaw right now he's kind of still a kit in a lot of ways, even though he's an apprentice, because he just wants to sniff his mom and dad. But I don't know, maybe he wants to try. I think Crowfeather would try to be nice. He's trying to be very nice, I think, and he's inviting Lizardpaw to go hunting with them, I think. So we'll let him go ahead and pounce. Because they know Mossleaf's busy with the kits, and whenever a cat unexpectedly has become a mentor, and yet she has kits, then it would be good for the other cats to pitch in. So I think that Crowfeather would be trying to pitch in, because everybody's a little bit worried about how unique Lizardpaw is. Dogaze, did you? Oh, she did use it. I thought she, like, rejected. I thought she came over and, like, rejected the litter box, because she's like, this is too dirty. I'm not going to use this. Alright, and then once they're done, I will send them over to do a little bit of fishing. Alright, so I'm going to say, does he want to sniff? He wants to really play with Honeywish. I think that Crowfeather might really admire Honeywish as a deputy because she always has everything so neatly organized. Can we do any fishing over here? Let's see, because if we can, I want to do a little bit of fishing here. And then maybe I can have Lizardpaw do some fishing over here. I need to smooth the... That might be a behind the scenes thing we do. In fact, would you guys enjoy that if we did some behind the scenes videos when the seasons change of how we like change up the landscape of the clan territories? And I have been thinking about maybe uploading the lots somehow. The problem is I use a lot of mods and I have a few special modded pieces of furniture. But if you guys would appreciate some behind the scenes videos where we just like change the landscape of the lots, especially as the seasons change or as big events happen on the clan territory, then I'd be happy to share that with you guys. Alright, can you guys get over to do some fishing? He's like, nope, can't reach it. Okay, so can't reach the fishing there. And Lizardpaw is interpreting going fishing here as zipping off in a whole nother direction. So I'm going to send Crowfeather. Crowfeather, can you go fishing here? Is this something you can do? Alright, I think it is. So we're also going to have Dogaze. I mean, look at the size of these. It looks like you could just stand aside and they would totally be able to reach them. All right, Lizardpaw, are you able to reach the fish over here? Or are we just going to have the cats walk around in circles? Oh, they can come fishing down here. Look at how cool this is. It really is like Crowfeather is trying to teach Lizardpaw a little bit about the fine art of fishing. Can I get lower? I really want to get a little bit lower on the ground if I could. If I can't, then where'd my cats go? Kitty cats? Ah, there they are. Oh man, that's actually really cool, you guys. Look at that. So Crowfeather is going to try to teach Lizardpaw how to do a little bit of fishing here. There we go. And we'll have to see if it works or not. And alright, Lizardpaw, if you can't reach the fish, then we'll manage somehow. I'll have them fish somewhere else. Oh, and Honeywish just caught a light beetle. Honeywish, when did you even do the... She's just hunting on her own. Oh, and then Briarstock has come over to like share tongues with her before they get going. All right, I mean, if you want to give her fleas, that's your choice. And then Lion Star, I think, will have relayed that all of the cats need to be looking for specific prey. Locate prey rodent. So let's see where any rodents are, if any happen to be near our home. Which reminds me, I do need to add the rodent spawners back into this clan territory because they have, let's see, any rodents nearby? Closest rodent is all the way past the rocks. So I don't think the clan would be interested in that. None over in Branch Clan. Here's the Great Bridge. Here's the Wide River. So yeah, we wouldn't be sending our cats across that just for a rodent. And another thing that we're going to have in the future that I need to build, and I'll do this again off, like on camera as a behind the scenes thing, if you guys are interested in seeing it, is filling the barn to the brim with rodent spawners. So if they get really desperate and they still can't find any garlic, then what they can do is they could actually come over to the barn, and then year-round rodent hunting can happen in the barn. All right, so I'm going to say that he's decided, you know what, need to do a little bit of hunting on clan territory, because I feel like Lion Star is very proud of the forest, especially because in a lot of ways his mate is a part of the forest. And, oh, and actually let's have him and his son. He does want to interact with his son. They do want to become best friends. That's the thing. Oakpaw and Lion Star really care very deeply for each other. They really do want to become friends. But they do have this problem of having differing opinions of what should happen. There we go. All right, Willow, you start taking care of everything. Differing opinions of what should happen with... Oh, and Lizard Paw! You caught a whole fish? That's so exciting! All right, so even though Lizard Paw like cannot like hunt on land for some reason, maybe being underwater and having like his ears sort of drowning out the sounds for a moment, that seems to have helped him. That's so cool. All right, and Mossleaf actually wants to mark Willow, and I'm going to interpret that. Good job, Lizard Paw. I'm so proud of Crowfeather for teaching him how to fish for a moment there. Dogaze, are you still? She is making sure every one of those claws is like fully scratched. But Mossleaf is still hanging out over here with Willow, and she wants to sniff Willow. So I'm going to interpret that as we'll send Mossleaf out to collect a wildflower and maybe try either blooming one of the plants or harvesting one of the plants. Like maybe blooming one of these unknown plants. So let's go see where the wildflowers are. Here's a wildflower. All right. And we will go here. And then once Mossleaf gets there, we'll come over and we will pick those wildflowers because I do want to try collecting the seed. That's a broccoli seed. I'm not sure what we would use a broccoli seed for. Any of the seeds, spring onion seed. That's kind of close to garlic. There's mandrake seeds. But yeah, we can collect some of the seeds. And I have to look at things because I actually have a ton of different seeds that are from custom foods. So unknown rare seed, yellow hibiscus seed. So we could get another yellow hibiscus plant up and going, which would be very interesting. Oh, and then I almost forgot, but I could actually have Dogaze come collect these because we don't have to have wildflowers for collecting the plants, just for planting them. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, we could try having like the uncommon seed planted. I think that's what we'll do. We'll gather up some wildflowers and we'll bloom a couple of the unknown plants because I think Mossleaf on such a beautiful day like this would finally be feeling like, oh yeah, I am a force of the spirit cat. I need to be taking care of things. And I think at one point we decided like 3 lemons or something like that would actually count as like getting rid of fleas. So I'm going to have to really look into this again. More behind the scenes Warrior Cats videos are coming up to you guys. As I keep saying, hang in there with me, you guys. Season 2 will probably start around episode 100. Wow, Lizard Paw! He is actually all over this. He is doing really well. I love how they're just sort of like watching each other right here. Well, I think Dogaze, we'll send her because she does want to do a little bit of fishing too. We'll send her over here to do that. Man, and look at this. Honeywish and Briarstock are grooming one another. Where's Silverfang? He's waiting to be... Oh, he was watching the kits. Isn't that adorable? Silverfang's over here just watching after the kits. That is just so sweet. I'm going to have him go ahead and scratch this. And then, let's see, these two are bonding. Geez, there's just a lot of interesting stuff going on today. Alright, and they're socializing. And Lizardpaw has gained the hunter trait? That's so unexpected. Crowfeather, you're a really good mentor. I did not expect that, but there we go. Lizard Paw, I think he just got a huge burst, even though he's still, I think he's a little bit sickly almost, but he must have just had a huge burst of confidence because of all of the hunting that he was just able to do from fishing. That is so neat. All right. Meanwhile, Willow is taking care of things. So where is our wonderful Mossleaf? Right over here. She's being pounced on by Squirrely. All right, well that's okay because if let's see, we'll go ahead and socialize is what she wants to do. How's your bond with Willow doing? Okay, still best friends forever bond with Willow, which means that we have a high enough bond because Mossleaf is the official spirit of the forest cat that we do not have to make her go to each wildflower. We just have to make Willow do it. So I'm going to gather up like 3 or 4 wildflowers real quickly. And we're going to use these wildflowers. Now, you can use wildflowers as like medical herbs themselves, which I know the flax can be used for that, so I'm a little hesitant to use it. But we'll collect up the wildflowers because we're on the home lot. What? Do you guys see what Doge's just crawled out of this little tiny pond with? A crocodile. Doge's. You just caught yourself. She just caught a crocodile, you guys. I'm going to say it must be the tiniest baby crocodile ever. Because she just, I didn't know she had it in her. And this is actually interesting because what happens if the Moss Clan cats start getting addicted to fishing, you guys? Are they going to start trying to move in on Branch Clan territory because they want more fish? This is going to be really interesting to watch unfold. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let Willow collect up the plants. She's able to do that since these plants are on our home lot. If it was off of our home lot, then Mossleaf would have to be physically present to do it. And they have to be best friends or else Mossleaf has to be physically present to do it. All right. And then now we have, let's see, 3 wildflowers. So we're going to use Willow's ability to bloom plants, these unknown plants. We're going to have her come over and take care of these ones. Let's see. These 2. Oh, look at this. Red Kit's coming over to socialize. All right. I think that means we need to get some other cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we need to get serious on actually, sorry everybody, I have to break up the little sharing of the tongue session. We need to get serious about actually looking for some prey now because we're still looking for those rodents. Some poor Doges is like even distracted. Everybody is just, I think, enjoying the beauty of spring. But it is interesting. I have noticed Honeywish is normally grooming Silverfang, but today Briarstalk came over. It's almost like Oakpaw being busy and distracted has given him a moment to kind of be like, oh yeah, there's life outside of taking care of Oakpaw. And a sewer trilobite, that's fine. That's the weirdest pond ever. Oh my gosh. And Lionstar, I think because his kit is right here, I think he will have gotten distracted from what he was trying to work on, which is actually like going and looking for rodents to help out with the flea infestation in the clan. And he's going to be ending up playing with Red Kit. So there you have it. I think Red Kit is going to be another one of your typical kits who really loves like how the warriors are and how strong they are. All right, so this is our unknown plant. And we'll have... All right, come on over here. Weed the plant. All right, Red Kit, were you being a little bit of a jerk? I think Red Kit was being a little bit of a jerk. All right, well, Lionstar, you can't reward jerk behavior from your kittens, so let's send him out. Now everybody is starting to stalk for prey properly. And Crowfeather, I'm really... He didn't catch anything again. I don't think he's hunting in the right spot. We'll have him hunt over here. 3, 4, 5. And then meanwhile, Lizard Paw is being nuzzled by Robin Kit. That's so sweet. And he caught a rainbow trout and a red herring. So that's wonderful. Those are actually like some of the very first successful catches he's ever had. So I think that's going to make him feel much better about himself. All right. But what we can do with Willow now, in case you guys have never seen this, is now that she is taking care of this plant, what we will do is we are feeding Willow a wildflower. So she's taking the Sweet William. She just kind of ate it and imbued its essence, and now she can bloom this plant. So we'll bloom it once and we'll see if this results in anything. And that is what it looks like when a fairy blooms a plant. And do we know what it is now? It's lavender! This is excellent! This is actually very helpful for like queens. So this actually you can give to queens if they're having kits or kits themselves. You can help them feel calmer. You can decorate the nursery with it. And you can actually help queens to stay a little bit healthier. So that's really cool. All right, so that's not quite what we're looking for. But now we know what the unknown plant is because we have grown it. So, and Willow's excited because you also get perfect quality when you bloom a plant. And we don't know what this plant is, so we're going to go ahead and use up this daisy, feed it to Willow so she has the energy. Now she's going to turn around and she's going to bloom this one, and let's see what it is. Another lavender! Okay, so we have 2 lavender plants. Not quite what we were looking for, but at least we know what they are now. So then we're going to take the cosmos and we're going to go ahead. I guess that we should do it by value again, shouldn't we? So the Sweet William was worth 200. The daisy was worth 1 bloom. So we have 1 more bloom, and then that one was just worth 6. So then we have 7 blooms I'm able to use. Okay, I'm going to say we can use 7 blooms because I forgot I was supposed to be doing it that way. All right, we're going to go ahead and plant this flower, or plant this plant. Don't really need to plant the yellow hibiscus. We could plant some of the rare seeds, but I don't think that they're... There we go. Now he's starting to catch something. Yeah, this is an unknown plant. So I have... That means I have like 6 blooms I can use left, I think. 7 blooms. So 1. And this is how it works for the fairies. This is a tree! So not quite what we were looking for. Not quite what we were looking for at all, but it's something. Find some seeds. We did find a rare seed. So, Dogaze, what do you want to do, Dogaze? She's investigating this. So I think Dogaze is investigating this. This is pretty important. She's thinking about kits. She has a crocodile. What am I going to do with a crocodile? And that's kind of... you guys have now seen the gist of what you can do with the Spirit of the Forest creatures, the fairies, and what we can do with her. So now we have like 5 more blooms I can use, and I kind of think I need to use them now before I forget about them. So are there any plants here? Maybe the sweetgrass. You know what? I think Dogaze, this is the first time that she's ever really seen the spirit of the land at work. And technically, this is Mossleaf at work. Just because Mossleaf is already best friends, we don't usually have to have her over here for that. But I think I'll send Mossleaf over to mark Willow and sniff Willow. Mossleaf's also taking care of the elder. She's a very nurturing cat. And then what we'll do is we will have Willow maybe plant some of her rare seeds just to see what they might turn into. Or special seeds even. So I think we'll plant... We have like 6 blooms left. So, well, planting and blooming count. So we have 5 left. So 1 plant, 2 plant. And then I'll save... Oh, that one's glowing. Ooh, that one's glowing. That's probably a really good thing. Maybe it's a flame fruit. Flame fruit are really important. A rainbow snail, yes. All right. So what we have done is I've had Mossleaf come over, and she's marking Willow to encourage her to plant these 2 seeds. And don't worry, I know it's a little confusing, but I'm keeping track of how many chances. Basically, each value of the wildflower, like if it's worth 100 simoleons, then I'm allowed to plant 1 seed or bloom 1 plant. And we're going to have you come pick these up. There you go, Willow. Honeywish just caught a red assassin beetle. I'm so glad she caught that and I didn't catch her not catching it because that would have been very bad. And then let's see, we're going to plant... I was going to plant that specific one. Where'd you do with it? I want the one that was glowing. I want the one that was glowing. All right, is that one glowing? No. What'd you do with the one that was glowing? You just picked up, you silly goose. What have you done with it? Where's the rare seed? Where is it? What has she done? Who knows? Willow! That was the one I was gonna plant! And then you went and you put it in a funky spot. Willow, where's my rare seed? Guys, none of them are glowing! Ah. Alright, well, we'll plant 2 of them at random. I have no idea what those 2 are going to turn into, but we had a rare seed. I just don't know what she did with it. Maybe I had her with the specials? Oh, well. I think I had a special plant, and now I'm having her plant 2 rares instead. Ah, well. Like I said, forgive me. This is always going to be part, like, story, part this is actually still a challenge in the Sims game that I'm doing all at once. All right. Mossleaf, I think we're going to have her, like, maybe lay down here for just a moment. Oh, she wants to groom Lion Star. Is Lion Star hunting? He's still hunting. But yeah, I think she'd stay here for just a moment. Dogaze is walking around with her trilobite. Don't you dare drop that some. Where did you drop your crocodile? Why am I going to... You don't just leave crocodiles lying around, Dogaze. Oh, phooey. All right. And I have 2 more blooms. So I'll bloom this guy and bloom this guy. Ooh, that one blew up. Dang it. Sometimes that happens with blooms as well. So let's weed the plant. And then I have 1 more bloom we can use. So I might as well just use it on that. And thankfully Willow's a tree, so she can't end up getting like fleas. No, 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 no. Turn around, turn around. Bloom this. And we'll try blooming it one more time. I know today was kind of all over the place. It's just the chaotic busyness of, you know, the clan life trying to take care of itself. All right, and that is a tree. All right, Willow, you go ahead and tend the garden and then yourself. And yeah, this is just the chaotic, busyness that the clan life gets into when it's spring. There's plants to collect, there's things that need gathered, there's conditions that you have to cure among the clan cats, like all of the fleas, and there's also very anxious, slightly adventurous little apprentices who think they may know better than their elders at being able to figure out how to help the clan. So we're gonna have to see whether or not Oakpaw will maybe move out from under the shadow of the lion and what he might do with his future and with his belief of how he might be able to help Lizardpaw, who I am so grateful was mentored very successfully by Crowfeather. I was not expecting that. Crowfeather is usually a little bit flightier than that. And Mossleaf is back to taking good care of her kits. But alright guys, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.